name is Noel, and today I'll be taking you on tuple. We had previously seen lists and strings, so today we focus on tuple. So having said that, so let's just dive into it. So what is tuple? So tuple is a type of data in Python that is collective in nature and is immutable. What that means is that it is a collection of elements, and once that data is collected, once the element is collected, it is not possible to change it. So that's why it is a collective data type, just like a list. In a list you have different values assigned to a variable. It's the same thing we have in tuple. The difference is the syntax, and the syntax is the way you write your code, or the pattern or the rules that govern the way you write your code. So that's what the syntax is. So now let's see what a tuple is. A tuple is always in parentheses. So this is called tuple syntax. Now we can assign this to a variable. Let's say the variable, our variable we'll call it my tuple, or anything you wish. My tuple or my tup. Okay, let's say empty. So whatever thing, but it's good you use it properly. So let's call it my tup or my tuple. So now if we print this, it will give us anything. I hope you know how to print. So, but if you don't know how to display it on your screen, okay, let me remove this. So for if you are running this for the first time, so this is now, this thing here is tuple, while this one is a variable. This equals to, that is, this thing called equals to is actually not equals to, it is an assignment operator. So what it means is that this thing here, whatever value this thing contains, is saved into this variable called my tuple. It is the same thing like you have your money and you put it in your wallet, and whenever you want to see it, you open your wallet and bring it out. So this is the money, assumably this is the money, this is your wallet. So you take this whatever value you have here and save it here. It's the same thing as that. So here, what we have here now is an empty tuple. So if we want to see the content of that, what you do, you use a print method. Print method is what you use to display the item you have inside your variable. So now we have tuple, we have print method. So what's the next thing? You then pass your variable here. So when you run it, nothing will be displayed here because it is showing empty, because nothing is inside. Now if we then want to see what type of data this one contains, what you do is here is you then do here, you then use a method called type. So type is used to show the type of data any variable contains. So what we do here, we then say here, okay, let's see what it contains. So here we've used type, always put this parenthesis. Then here we then pass your variable. I hope you know where this is coming from. This is my variable which contains the whatever value I have here. So this is what I'm passing here. So what is the next thing you do? You then use print method to print it. Print method is used to display the content of what you have. Now if we run this code now, it will tell us the type of value we have. As you can see here, it's telling us that this is tuple. So what we have here is tuple, but it is empty. We do not have any value whatsoever inside. So our next thing to do is how we can populate it. So what's the next thing we do here? Come here and you then put some items here. So this is 20, this is 2, this is 5, this is okay, let's say Noel, and again let's say Mary. You can pass whatever thing you want. Let's say here mango. So this is a collection of data. As you can see here, this is a collection of data. It's more than one item. You can also pass another tuple here. You can pass tuple there. So tuple is a collection of data. You can also pass list there. So here, let's pass a list there, car, or whatever value you want to pass. You can pass it there. So that's what um, a tuple is. A tuple is used to collect multiple type of data or multiple data. So that's what tuple basically is. So in a situation when you want to have reasons to get multiple values at the same time, you can use tuple if you don't want that value to be changed. So now that we have put this now, if we then run this code, it will just display whatever thing we put here. So what is happening here is that the execution is from top to bottom. So this is what we put here. This is line 1. So the execution starts from here. Then what's the next one? It will meet this place, say print my tuple. So this my tuple will then be displayed here. So as you can see here, this is exactly what we put there. So print method is used to display whatever item you have on your code. Now after that, we are then asking to tell us the type of data this my tuple contains. So as you can see here, it's telling us that it's tuple. Now let's try to make some adjustments. Let's say we want to add an item there. Let's say maybe 0 here or 1, and let's assign it to be, okay, let's say 100. If we run this code, it will tell us impossible. It will give us error. So here the reason is because you cannot change the value once you have once you have declared it. So as you can see here, we have declared it here. So if we try to add a value here, it will give us error. So that's what it's saying here. So you can see here, type error, tuple object does not support item assignment. So you cannot assign another value to it. So whichever way you want to do it, that will not be possible. So however, you can do whatever thing you want to do. You can do slicing, you can do anything. So if okay, let's do, if you want to get the first item there, which is 20 here, so what you do here, you pass 0 here. Why 0? Because 0 is the starting point of index. So in programming, counting starts from 0, not from 1 like we human beings do. So when we want to count when we want to count numbers, we start saying 1, 2, 3 up to the number we want. But in programming, or in most programming languages, the counting starts from 0. So that is exactly what we are doing here. So in position 0 is 20, position 1 is 2, and all the way to the last item. So here, let's then print it out. Let's print it out and see what it contains. So if we run the code now, it will give us 20. So as you can see here, 20 is the first item. So if we put there here, let's say we want 3, then let's see what it will give us. It should give us Noel. So because this is 0, 1, 2, 3. So I hope you're able to understand this. Now, suppose now you say, okay, fine, I want to count how many, okay, fine, I want to see how many times a particular object appeared. So here we have 2 here, and we have 2 here as well. So if we run this code and say, okay, fine, we want to see how many times 2 appear, how many times 2 appears there. Then let's run the code again and see what it will tell us. Here, as you can see here, it is actually showing there are 2 appear 2 times here, but in actual sense it's 1. So if you run it, it will give us 1 because it is 1 in this place. However, we have another 2 here. So this one is a collection, is a one collection of items. So it's different from this one. This 2 is inside another tuple, so it will not be counted. It can only count the number that is inside here. So if we run this one, if you want to get this one, which means you have to count 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then when we get to 6, then we'll now start counting again. That's when we'll now get this one. So this 2 here is not the same here. But if we now put another 2 here and run it, it will tell us that we have 2, 2. So you can see here, 2 appeared twice. So that's how you do that. Now suppose I want to get I want to get from 2 here up to the last one here. So what I'll do here, I'll put 1 and then put colon. So this colon here means to the last item if you do not put anything again. So let me print it and see. Okay, or let's assign it a variable, then I'll print it. So let's say the variable should be from 2. So here, or from 1, okay, from 1. So let's print from 1. So if you run this program, it will start from 2 up to the last item, but 20 will not be included, as you can see here. So now if I say I want this to stop at here, I don't want everything. What I will do here is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I want up to 5, I want mango to include, which means I have to put 6 because the last item will not be included. But if I leave it at 5, it will. So as you can see here, mango is included. But suppose I put 5 here, which means it will stop at Mary. It will not include mango. So always understand that the last item will be skipped. So suppose now we want, okay fine, we want you to print from 2, leave 5, get Noel, leave Mary, get mango, leave this one and get this, and then leave this. So what you do here, if you want it to be from the end, then we can then say here 2. So what we are saying here is that, let's say we put 2 here. So let's say we have 0, 1, 2. How many items are here? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you put here 8 here, and you put here another one. So what this means now is that I want you to start from here. I want you to start from 1 here, leave 5, get Noel, leave Mary, get mango, leave this one and get this, and then leave this one. So if we run the code, as you can see, we have 2 here, 5 is not there, Noel is there, Mary is not there, mango is there, and we have this one. Then suppose we want, say okay fine, we don't want to specify, we don't know the length of this, we don't know how many items are there, but we want to get everything inside. So what you can do here is you leave double here. So here, what this means now is that I want you to start from 1 up to the last item, but jump the same place. So this thing will give you the same result we had before. So let's run it. As you can see here, it gives the same thing we had. Well, let me print 1 and 2 so that we can see them. So let's run it again. So here, as you can see here, this is 2 Noel, mango, and the list. So what this means is that the same both of them are almost the same thing. The difference is that the length of this one, you have to know the number of the last item for it to get it that way. But this one, all you do is you pass 2 columns. So these 2 columns instruct the system is that the middle one is left. So it's just telling the system that I want you to start from 1 up to the last item, but get the first one and jump the next one and get the next one until the last item is retrieved. So this is how this works. So let's move on. Suppose now we want to see the index of a particular item. Let's say Noel. Then here we put here Noel here. If we print it, what is the index? We are saying, okay, we want the system to show us where this Noel is found here. We want to see it if the position where it is located. So it tells us that it is position 3. So is it in position 3? This is 0, this is 1, this is 2, this is 3. Now suppose then we then put something that is not there before. Like now we have Noel here, but we then put Noella or whatever thing that is an object or an item that is not there. Because it is not found, it will give us error. As you can see here, value error. Tuple index X is not in tuple. So that tells you that what you are looking for is not there. Now, if you want to check if an item is there or not, we can do it using in. So let's say you want to print, let's say in here, if we say let's say Mary. Okay, let me use Mary in my tuple. So what am I doing here? Let me print it. What I'm doing here is I'm saying help me to check if this Mary is in this variable here. So let me print it. If I run the code here, as you can see, this is Mary, and I'm saying go to this variable and check if it's found there. If it's there, it will tell me yes, or it will tell me true. If it's not there, it will tell me false. As you can see here, it shows false. But we have Mary here. Why is this telling us that Mary is not there? Mary is not there because it is case sensitive. What is case sensitive? What is case sensitivity? It means that you need to be explicit in what you type. So if you specified Mary here, you should also specify Mary here exactly the way you put it. So we started with capital letter, and then you are putting small letter. So that will give you false. So if you do it there now, because it is found, it will then tell us that it is true. So what else can we do there? Okay, let's get the last item there. Let's say my tuple, I want to get the last item. I can still do the same thing as we did in list. So here, if I print it, it will give me the last item there, which is 2. So if I run the code, it will tell me, or it will display the last item. If I move this one and I put 2, it will give me a list of items that is there, this one. So if we count here, what does this minus say or do? What it's saying is that start counting from right to left. When you put number like this, what you are doing is counting from left to right, which is the standard way of counting in our mathematical world. But when you are doing from right to left, you start from -1. So -1 is this one, -2 is this. Please understand that this is one collection. This is 1. This is also another one. This is 1. This is 1. This is 1. So everything here is assumed to be 1. So if we run this now, this gives us this particular item here. This from 5 to car here. But suppose now we want to get 5 here, or want to get 78. How do we do it? The same thing we did in list. That's what you do. You then put your variable like this and put the same square bracket. So now you need to count to know where it is. So this is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So let's say it is 6. Then you put 6 here. After 6, what's the next thing? The next thing is that because this is a collection of data, you also do the same thing here. You put another square bracket here and then start to count here. So this is 0, this is 1. Suppose it's 5 that we want to get, you then put 1 here. After doing that, you can assign it to another variable and then print it. Let's say we assign it to m. The m is our variable here. Then we print it. So what this will give us is 5. If we run it, it will give us 5. So this 5 is this one here. Suppose you are using negative indexing to do it. Negative indexing is when you are counting from right to do that. So let's say we want to get here. Let's use negative indexing, which is, let's get this one. This is -1, -2. So we put here square bracket and put -2 here, and then put here. If you want to start counting from left to right, you can also put -1 here if it's car that you want to get. Like this, what you just displayed here is that we want to get the car there. So what you are doing here is, first, okay, let me assign it a variable, okay, and then print it. um, let's assign it to variable p. So p is our variable. So if you run this code here, pass the p here to display and run it, it will tell us car. Why is it car? Because here we put here, first, get us an item from the second to the last, which is -2. This is -1 and this is -2. In -2, we also say we want to get the last item, which is -1, using negative indexing. So basically that's what it is. And if you say you want to do, let's say, okay, fine, let's do, we have, let me create another variable here. Let's say my tuple to another one. Let's say we have 2 here. Okay, let me put 10 here, 5 here, 7. And then if I do here, if I do multiply by 3, what I'm saying in essence is that multiply each item there for me as many times. Not multiply, it's not going to multiply 3 by 10. It will give me 10 into 3, 5 into 3, and 7 into 3. As you can see here, we have 10 here, we have another 10, and we have another 10. Same thing applies for 5 and 7. So here, suppose now we want to do, we want to add uh, two tuples. So here, let's say we make another one, my tuple 3, and we then make, let's say 3, 5, 7, 70. We have 5 there. Okay. So, and then say my tuple 2 plus my tuple 3. So what I'm doing here is that I'm doing addition of both of them. So it is not going to add, like add 3 plus 7, 3 plus 10. No, what you do, it will give me a new, what did I put? Add. It will add those items there in one. So what that becomes now is that uh, we created a new tuple. So this new tuple takes both this one and this one. So as you can see here, this is 3, 3 is here, this is 5, 5 is here, this is 70, 70 is here. Then we have, oh sorry, I'm doing 3 multiple, 3 plus 3. So I wanted to do multiple 2 plus 3. So if we run it, it will give us that. So You may want that now that this is giving more of this instead of that. So what happened here is that it is first multiply this one, then before giving us. But let me get another one to illustrate what I'm trying to do. So let me say uh, 2 4 6 8. So instead of 2, I'll change this to 4 here. So if we run it, it will then give us 3 5 3 5 70 2 4 6 8. So that's what is happening here. So I hope you're able to follow through. So, but if you did not, if you have any challenge, you can always reach out to me, and I'll be happy to assist you. My email is there, and my phone number is also there, so you can as well reach out to me. Do well to follow us on social media, YouTube, and Facebook, and we're able to assist in any way we can. Thank you, and have a good day.